Welcome to Terraflow.ai. Today's question is all about, can you use AI to build better experiences for your customer, for your staff? Incredibly important question again, Mike.
Absolutely. Brett, you know what? Probably the easiest way to answer this is to look at the old classic example of Uber. They were able to reduce the friction of taking a taxi. They converted the model, but ultimately what they were able to do was to reduce the friction, and they were able to use AI to make this a reality. So the answer is a no-brainer, and I think everyone will get that. The question is, how do you do it in your organization? Where's the friction, and what friction do you have to get rid of? Because if you can reduce it for your staff, you're going to be able to reduce it for your customer. You reduce it for your customer, you're going to make your staff far more efficient and effective. That's my thought on it, Brett. Simple in a minute.
It's definitely cyclical, right? Everyone really never thinks about the internal process. Everyone thinks about an app and how it'll make the customer experience better. What we've seen is by focusing on your own processes internally, that's where the real challenge is. I'll always remember the bank, right?
Yeah.
Our big focus was to onboard customers digitally. The problem was we had to kind of hide our internal processes, which was a temporary fix. What we ended up needing to do was to completely reinvent our internal processes. And that can be done by digitizing the process. Once you've digitalized it, then you can start looking at the data that's coming through, because a lot of processes are being run. It taps in many, many different people for very good reasons. But you can use artificial intelligence to start stripping out the problem areas, and it'll help you focus on the right processes. It's the ones that impact the customer the most. Those are the ones you need to focus on, Mike.
You know what, Brett? Just a final thought from me on this. I just think back to an experience, and I've often used this as an example. Amazon was able to fix a Kindle overnight when it was broken, and I dealt with a call center in Ireland, US-based company. New Kindle was delivered to my front door overnight, whereas our local companies cannot even deliver the quality of that kind of experience. And when it comes down to the experience, in many cases, it might be your most critical differentiator between you and your customer. And if you can use AI to differentiate the quality of the experience, your competition is always going to be following you and trying to copy the quality of your experience in their experience. And you know what? There's no better compliment than being copied.
Agreed. I think it's a nice note to wrap up on. When you build a great experience, you're actually building trust.
You are building trust. Beautiful, Brett. Boom. Bye.
Thanks, guys.